Alright, good morning. So, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is Ahn Rho over here with what I would say is one monthly sort of sub-series, not monthly, actually quarterly, maybe every 3 months or so. The Ahn Rho Project, as usual, is this multimedia, um, self-therapeutic multimedia and self-improvement process for me to improve on several fronts, reach the heights and goals I've set for myself, as well as a self-therapeutic process, meaning it's to solve the problems and challenges in my life. Now there are 3 series roughly that I'm working on mainly right now, but currently the one for this stream, as you see in the title, Logistix Review, what you see is what you get. It's very straightforward. It's just I guess, floor plan of my entire unit that I've been renting out right now. And because all my belongings are pretty much within this household, it means that within this room, I'm covering essentially all the physical items in my life, symbolically speaking. So that's just one subseries, and there are 2 other main subseries that I tend to work on, like the item catalog subseries, there's databases, everything, as well as the 1000 Days Till Death, which sounds much more exciting, I suppose, but it's really a long-term project where I try to manage time from the very beginning of January 2020 until the next 3 years, if I'm still going to live that long. The presumption is that I'm going to drop dead at the age of 30 years old, so that's the challenge I'm facing, 1,000 days until that comes. So all of these are part of the Ahn Rho Project, and today we're just going to cover the room. So we're going to see how things have changed here, and I can say without question, very much has changed. With that reference, if I take a look, or you take a look to the top left-hand side right here, there's a photograph right there. So that's actually a floor plan. So this is right here, more or less a rough schematic of how things started out. I would say about halfway into live streaming, what did the room look like? And so typically you can see that there's a whole legend here of different items up here from, you can't really see in detail, but you get the idea that there's at least 25 different categories of items, from clothing to food and packaging to the bed, mattress, and then all the kind of stuff here. And I've sectioned it up and divvied it up into about 60 sections, broken down to about roughly 7 regions. So each region has about 9 to 10 sections, and I can show across the room actually. This, for example, would be sort of the storage area, almost used as a table. Over there we have section about 5. That's the walkway with the bed mattress at the back, and that's just some examples really. So those are the regions that were broken down into, and I've drawn a schematic up there. So that being said, it's not up to date, and I understand it's not the best photograph, but we're gonna try to make do with what we have and try to document how things have changed. And this is, of course, a reference to Logistix Review Part 5, which is probably about 8 months ago, again on my channel, whether it's Facebook or, Periscope, and Twitch and so on and so forth. The previous stream will be there. I'm not sure if it's on all the platforms, but that's all right. So yeah, that's about 6 months ago, so maybe more. I believe it was at the beginning of the year. So we're just going to document some changes here. And I'm going to stand up now, so let's get moving because you must be getting real bored of the same screenshot. So I'm trying to focus. If it can focus, actually. Yeah, it's not doing a great job. So I was just sitting right here. Okay, I was sitting right here. So that's usually what I call section 1. I mean region 1. Region 1's sort of this area here. It's kind of like an office desk, chair, lamp, everything there. And it has about 1 to 8 sections, regions. The region 2 is sort of this area here, just this whole mass of stuff that largely has a bunch of storage bins at the back. At the front has something on top of a bin. It's changed a lot since the first logistic review. Again, this is part 6. The very first ones even had a second bin here. So a lot has changed. Over there, the closet, obviously, region 3 is the closet area. And then we move on to this side, and this is region 4. Region 4 is sort of this kind of walkway against the wall, And then region 6, I mean 5. Is that 4? That was 4. This is 5. 5 is right here. Just all this storage area in red and black. It's a bunch of garbage bags, but they hold a lot of stuff from the university days when I was back in university campus, maybe about 2010 to 2015. So it was 5 years. So a lot of stuff is here. And then region 6 is this shelving unit. So we're just going sort of in this counterclockwise fashion to cover regions A, which is the office, B, C, D, E, until region 6 here, this shelving unit, which has a whole bunch of stuff from clothing to the very bottom is books. On top, you see there's a lot of wearable equipment. And finally, region 7, the one that has the biggest change throughout the past, and then made 2 previous live stream as really the highlight of this stream is this mattress here. So the bed here has changed. So, all right. Now, I'm going to work through things again this time in terms of regions, and this time we're going to actually basically go through what the items are and how they've, well, changed since the last time. So I've got to say the whole region of office area here has not really made any tremendous changes. I can say the chair's the same, more or less. I finally took off the plastic packaging over the handles. That's not much of a change. The lamp is still that lamp. We switched it in the previous, I believe, Logistix review 4 for a previous headlamp, which was for my Guardian. So that's done a long time ago. There's still that heater that I'm supposed to get another version one, because that's not mine. It's a class 2 item. Finally, up here, we have 1, 2, 3 shelves. So I would say that's this region A, section 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the shelf. Top one's open. Nothing has really changed at all with that. Over here on the table, 5 and 6, again, nothing has really changed. I can say that there's a bunch of papers that have been stacked here, but before we had gifts. So what's happened is I've cleared most of the gifts, and then the finished stuff is over here. As well as for the papers, so it's just the papers replaced the gifts. And I can say without a fact that, it still is, even though with that replacement, much cleaner and more orderly. So I'm going to turn around here and say that's just maybe section like 5, 6, and that's just it. Before 5, 6, 7, okay, and 8. So about 8 sections, just sort of different corners of which have different items in each location. I can say that's all paperwork. At the back there, there's some a mixture of mail. At the front here, there was some gifts, and now they've switched with water bottles. Back there, the water bottles over there, and so with the laptop, and that's that. So that's sort of, again, the synopsis here has not changed too much. I should capture one thing though that is very important, that is in region A, and that's everything that's on the paper, that's on the walls, and that is in fact new. So this is probably not the best thing to show on camera, I suppose, but I have to do it because it is a part of my life. So I've been trying to change a little bit of my mentality about 2 months in. I was going through a really bad time. You can sort of tell from the messages that are on the wall. Essentially, I allowed myself to be taken advantage of in many ways because I was just too nice, and I wanted to make myself care less. And in the process of that, I tried a whole bunch of different methods to not, to sort of just get my head straight. Obviously, they used very extreme. These sound like those absolute proverbs that just don't make any sense. So what's gonna happen is this is something that's definitely changed about the room, and I'm gonna take it down a notch here. So the first thing I want to take off is this. So I mentioned in my yesterday's stream that I was going to take down some stuff and scan them. Well, these are things that I am definitely going to take down. They don't serve me any purpose anymore. Not like they used to about 3 months ago when I was having that bad time. I think I can leave these 3 on. I think that's about enough messaging. You don't know about. So that's about the few things that changed. So there's papers on the wall. That's the first thing. That's a major highlight. There's a lot of the ones here that were on the wall I took down or planned to and didn't put up. The GIFs have gone, but I mean, the GIFs that were covered on video are now over here. So, and that's it. That's it for this region. Okay, region 2. Moving on, region 2. You can tell that had a toll on me just looking out at where I was just like 3 months ago. It's insane how much of a change there is. All right, region 2. This storage area. Okay, what do we have here? On top here we have these gifts. Over here we have these other things, and ooh, flashing. Here and here. So usually it was this is region B, which is this sort of I don't know, storage area of stuff. On the top is this keyboard. On the shelf here we have all the stuff on top of it that is stuff covered on the previous live streams that I haven't been able to sort out. But I can say a lot of these gifts are over there, for instance. Regardless, this hasn't changed too much since Logistix 5, because part 5 we were we were trying to cover the changes in part 5 that had occurred from the time between part 4 and 5. So at that time, clothing was the main issue, and so nothing has changed really here. I can move to the side. Okay, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 5 plus 8. So this is section 13 or B5, and B5 is this this storage area here. On top here, I can only say that first of all, the piece of paper that I used to keep here to cover all the grit is actually gone. I thrown that away. On top now we have some more Colgate and toothpaste, and there's basically all the kind of stuff that I managed to dug out on my previous streams that I said we have some toothpaste from almost like 2016, and I was wondering what the hell is it still sitting in that knapsack for. So again, just cut this. Everything that's I've decided that I can still use is basically here. I'm trying to get through it though. Obviously, we have like 3 tubes of toothpaste dating from 2016, 2017, so it's kind of nasty. Anyways, we have toothbrushes and these like tips, right? We covered this in previous stream. Anyways, now we get to the closet area. So after I covered this closet area, I'm probably gonna end this stream. No. I'm gonna cover a little bit more. Okay, so closet area. Again, nothing has changed so much here because largely the clothing was between Logistic Review 4 and 5, and they were doing 5 to 6. So obviously, whatever changes were made were covered in the previous stream, and I don't feel like covering them again. Needless to say, all this clothing was a huge mess. It was everywhere, all around here, and they was completely disorganized, and we had no idea what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to donate, and what I wanted to pass on to my brother. So we're way past that now. A lot of those jackets and things are scattered all over the place. So the closet is broken down to roughly about 8 or 9 sections. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just top down. Basically, that's how it works. At the very bottom, of course, nothing has changed too much. But I can mention at the top of the closet, we do have one section change. So either sections 1 or 2 of the closet, so C1 or C2, which in total, the overall section is probably like section, what's it? 8 plus 8, 9 in B, 9. Okay, so this is probably like section 18 or so. Top here, everything has changed because top thing, the most important thing is that there's actually stuff here. Before, it was just a bunch of bags, and we'll get to that in a second, but that's a long story, what happened to those bags. But here is all the stuff that we had actually on sections like 60, which is the bed. We had all that stuff, all that shit. It was it was all down on the bed, and we'll talk about that bed too. So it's just, oh my god, I don't even want to get there. But it's just been switched out. All the bags I've taken out from my workplace, and I used them to make the bed mattress. And then instead, we filled it all up with the stuff that was on top of the old bed mattress. And so that's what's changed. All this stuff here from electronics inside this box here, on the laptop box, the drawing pad box, and then inside here on that box with the shoes, we were pick up some safety shoes. On the inside, it was hollow, and I decided to fill up with a bunch of the equipment that was kitchenware, toiletries, and even some tools, I believe it was. Oh, dental equipment. So basically everything having to do with cleaning and sanitation, toiletries, kitchenware, I put inside that box right there. So that's that, yeah. And however, previously that was actually all on the bed. It was a disgusting mess. So that's that. Okay, we back up. All right, we're backing up. So now we have more pieces of paper, and I'm gonna have to take up one here. So truth is more. You're alone. You're no home. Again, more messages that I decided to tell myself. I'm gonna take one down here. I'm gonna take this one down. So this one's going down. I'm gonna put it off here. So you're gonna change around. Maybe keep just these 5. I think that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so that's changed. Obviously, the pieces of paper there are also changing. And then finally, at the very bottom here, this is a lot cleaner, I can say. But there's still some plastic bags here. Unfortunately, I was supposed to have cleared them all, but then they came back. They just, every time you go grocery shopping, there's a chance that the cashier just gives you one without you really wanting one anyways. So I just started accumulating some. Now the good thing is of course this is the one I bring to work and it's almost done. But needless to say, not too much has changed here, I wouldn't say. Not has changed too much. I forgot to mention that the laundry mat down there, at the back there used to be 2, like I covered it as a previous stream, but bunch of plastic bags mixed with some pens inside with fabric softener. It was stupid, but that's all gone. So good. All right, here. Not too much to say aside from the fact that pretty much everything has changed. So you change your attitude. Come on, upbeat. So we have. I'm just tired. Okay, I'll go through why I was so tired, but. Needless to say, we have this sort of bed. Okay, I guess down. It's not covered enough. So if you take a look at the map, right, this is like the top what? The bottom left-hand corner. This hallway has that mattress. It's supposed to be that mattress over there, and it's underneath, actually, right there. So, but anyways, oh yeah, there's definitely a lot to cover on this logistical stream. So that's the mattress originally. That was on the wall. So that's that, and then I took off the 2 bed mattresses that I was using and put them up here. Now these 2 are the class 2 items that I said I really want to get through and get rid of. So thank goodness they're up here now. But previously over in this section here, which is again the walk hallway kind of like section like maybe section 30-ish, 28, 29, 30. Over here, C29, 28, something like that. We had stuff over there. So it was just that bed switched for this. And then we had, again, more just garbage bags, shopping bags, that we had already gotten rid of. On top is pretty much the same stuff. We still have the laundry basket there. And we still have the stuff here that we're going to keep or use or throw away. However, what's changed, obviously, we do have the bed up here. And now this is the new bed, right? This is packaging for the new bed, which the bed frame is being used, but the bed mattress is not. And I covered this in a previous stream as well. But I didn't cover what was put inside. So what did we put else inside? All of basically the new packaging that has to do with the blankets. Okay, so the blankets here, the new bed sheets, the new blankets, new pillowcase, everything. It's all just stuffed in here after having been packaged alongside with the class 4 items I received from my workplace, which were those plastic bags and so on and so forth, which I'm going to touch upon in here because I actually had to clean up the mattress. You can see that it's actually bagged. There's bubble wrap down here, right? And so that's actually used for the bed. And then there's much fewer bags and bubble wrap, which I store in here inside the packaging for the new bed. So seems to me this is a section C, like I said. Section D of the hallway. So D 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just pretty much on top of this bed here. So D 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not too much change. 5 and 6 down here. I mean, that there has been a lot of change there. That's probably the most change. 5 and 6 here, so this is a little bit different too. We just had donation clothing on here in the previous Logistix in January, but what's happened now is basically I moved a lot of the equipment that was on top of sections like 58 to 62, basically the bed mattress. We put them all over here. We put them all over here, having sorted them out too. Over there, we had about roughly about sections like what 52 straight through 58. I mean 52 up to 60 were all just stuff just lying on that bed right there that was here. So that bed was here, and then we had all that equipment on top of that bed. It was like 10 sections worth of just mass purchases, from toiletries to electronics to tools, all sorts of stuff. Now they're all here, and it makes a lot more sense. Like I said, there's some that's up there, toiletry and the kitchenware, up in section C, the closet. But then there's also here mostly here are the tools and equipment and electronics, things that are maybe too heavy to put in the closet. It doesn't make much sense to have to put something so heavy up there, is down here. Now, what else has changed? I can say that in the same region here, region D, that's probably about 30. So this is probably about 30, 34, 32. On top of the previous bed mattress, which was the one I'm using now, that was along the wall, okay, and switched in for these these older mattresses, right? So that one over there, basically, there's one of these bags here that's belonging on top there, and that basically is this bag. And I'm gonna open it just slightly, and you can see inside there's some stuff that I want to keep. Now, what you can see inside as well is most importantly are the 2 blankets here that I used to use for my previous bed. So 1 and 2. The Godzilla one, the blue one, we covered this in a previous stream, and I don't know, it's basically a kid souvenir, little bag there that I haven't decided yet where to place, so I just left it there for now. So there were blankets here, so you can tell that a lot of the blankets here were moved over there. I mean, we had some new blankets coming in, so the old blankets moved over there. We had the switch of the bed mattress, so the old mattress that was over here moved here, and the old mattress that was over here moved there. And so that's 2 actually bed frames up there, and there's only 1 bed mattress here. And then on top of that, we also had the blankets moved from here to there, but also clearly there's the new bed frame that came in. We have the packaging put on top. So it's just a whole bunch of stuff, and then all the equipment again got organized into 2 areas, one here and one there, in section C of the closet, roughly about section 19 or so, and then here placed here in like section 34, 35, 34, 35, 36, and so that's the major shift. Now finally, we have the last critical portions, and these have almost 50% of the equipment here. So it's region E, D, E, F, and G. That's basically that. All those bags here, this shelf here, and then the bed mattress. But I'm going to cover that in the next live stream, because obviously it's a 25-minute live stream now, and I'm going to cover this stuff in the next one instead. I think that makes a lot more sense. That being said, I'll catch you in the next live stream for this Logistix review, which is always usually a pain in the ass, but it needs to get done, so I will get it done. I'll see you in the next live stream. This is Ahn Rho signing out. And see you in about maybe 60 seconds.